Welcome everybody to another episode of Motorsport Manager with the F1 2021 mod. We are at a place in Ferrari where we have made some upgrades. They've not made a massive difference, as you can tell. Charles Leclerc in fourth, Hamilton first, Verstappen second, Bottas third. So we're still on that second row of the grid. Here at Suzuka, Ricciardo and Perez in fifth and sixth, Carlos Sainz in seventh, Ocon in eighth. So the Alpine running quite nicely on this track. To round out the top 10, we've got Lando Norris and Sebastian Vettel. Alonso just missing the top 10, as well as Lance Stroll, Pierre Gasly, Mick Schumacher, George Russell and Yuki Tsunoda. And then we go down the grid here to Nicholas Latifi, Nikita Mazepin, Raikkonen and Giovinazzi. So that rolls up the grid, and we're going to start off here in fourth position. We're hopefully going to get a pretty decent start. No, no we don't. And Sainz got blocked there by Ricciardo and Perez, but at least Carlos Sainz hasn't lost position. But Carlos Sainz might gain it. At least Leclerc hasn't lost a position, but Sainz is all over the back of Charles, and Charles just had an awful start, absolutely awful. Sainz needs to overtake Leclerc here, but Leclerc's not doing too bad. We're going to stick him off that now. Stick him on high. Yeah, Sainz lost a position to Sergio Perez. As long as we can keep splitting these Red Bulls, I think that's quite good. It's a 21 lap race, full on dry, so there should be no real major dramas unless, of course, there is a bit of an incident. But running strongly at the moment. I mean, we have made some upgrades to the car. Obviously, haven't made that much of an upgrade here. Oh, Latifi's crashed, so we have a safety car. Right at the start of the lap, which is actually quite annoying. Now, we do have a massive medium performance car, so we're not going to do it on this lap. We've got 2 laps left of this, so we have another safety car lap, if that is the case. No one's really gone in yet, so I'm just going to check, because we do have, we've used both the mediums, 20 to 22 laps. Okay, that doesn't actually work, does it? Because we've used them, the AI are just, they just keep using the medium tyre. I don't understand why. I don't want to use the medium tyre. Never mind, we'll have to go with the softs. We've got a whole lap left to go. If I was to pit, it was too at the start of the. It was just the start of the lap. That's my issue. If it was a bit later, I reckon I probably would have ducked in there for the medium tyre, just because I could. The safety car's well ahead here. Right, we can use a bit of this. We're going to push nice and early. Well ahead. Look at that. Leclerc is right on the back of Valtteri Bottas. Going round the corner, Sainz is well off Sergio Perez, but Leclerc needs to push. He's maybe overtaken here by Perez, maybe not. Carlos Sainz will be told to push. We've really got to make some ground here. It's going to be a tough race. We're not looking as strong as I expected. I'll be honest with you. Sainz has made the move round the outside of that weird voice crack there, but that round the outside there from Carlos Sainz. What a fantastic move that he did on Sergio Perez. So I realise that we're still in overtake mode. We're going to take it down now to high. Charles Leclerc, he's doing a job. Hang in there. You've got to hang in there with Valtteri Bottas. Going to make sure our tyres last us the stint. I might just go back on another set of super softs again, just because we've got the tyres to do it. Carlos Sainz has pretty good race pace. I might actually tell him to allow his teammate through. Oh dear. So he's also let Sergio Perez through, which obviously wasn't part of the game plan. Carlos Sainz obviously not to let Sergio Perez through. That is not what we want. That may have been a bit of a disaster, considering that Leclerc's our informed man, but Sainz is just running really, really well in this Grand Prix. He's made some fantastic overtakes. We are going to push Carlos at the moment. Can't get Perez because you're not anywhere near close to him. Let's see here. Still lap 9 out of 21. Right, now Sainz can just push on a little bit. We're going to put him back onto medium. We're going to put Leclerc onto push now to see what he can do to get back ahead of that Red Bull again. If he can overtake him, we've got a massively high fuel delta. The Red Bull is making so much ground in that first sector. It's unreal. We tend to pull away in the last sector. But man, that Red Bull is Sergio Perez absolutely flying. We're not doing anything by pushing. So we're just going to leave it how it is. We made a start. I thought being on the start-finish straight that actually it wouldn't be too bad, but there you go. We've totally lost track of Bottas and Verstappen, and Hamilton is scampering away into the distance. But Vettel on the back now of Charles Leclerc. Alonso's still in 12th. Ricciardo's dropped down to 10th. I know he had a bit of a dismal start and he blocked Sainz. But he can get a good result. He can still get a good result. I'm hoping we might be able to just jump Sergio Perez. I do want Leclerc to get in the pits at some point. There is an accident. Raikkonen has crashed, but there won't be no safety car. We're going to start to look pitting. We're going to start to pit in the next couple of laps. So there's only real. I think we're going to have to go back on the super softs again. There's no point changing strategy here and going for a softer or medium. We're just going to push. There's only 7 laps left. I don't think we're also. I don't think we're going to get the. Right. Okay. So hang on a second. So he's gone for the undercut. Do we go with Sainz or do we go with Leclerc? Oof. Do we whose race do we sabotage here? Sainz is in the lead, so let's go full on aggressive with Sainz. We're going to pick Carlos Sainz. Let's do this. Let's go. Claire Hamilton's in his second stop. Oh, no way. Safety car. Leclerc is still pitting. Perez has also got a loose wheel nut. So Sergio Perez has ran wide. We got Charles Leclerc in the pits. Carlos Sainz is in 7th, so that's not too bad. Come on. Okay, so wow, Leclerc actually. Leclerc came out in 3rd, which is brilliant, and he's just ahead. He's ahead of Verstappen. We could have a little podium here. Sainz, Russell, Alonso. We need these gaps to close. So I'm hoping there with 2 laps, these gaps will close. But there you go. Safety car changes absolutely everything, and it worked out for Charles Leclerc. Even when it tends, it's just his race, isn't it? It's just his luck. Poor Carlos gets stuck. But this is good for us. This is good for us. We're just going to go absolutely all-out attack. For the last 3 laps of this Grand Prix, I think we can afford it. So safety car heading to the garage. We'll stop it when it gets to about there. Now, might go a little bit early, but so what? Right, here we go. And we're away. Overtake. Oh, someone's gone slow. Someone's gone very, very slow. Charles Leclerc has boosted himself up now into 2nd position. We can get the win here. Carlos Sainz has made a gain. He's also now into 6th with he's challenging Valtteri Bottas. He's now going to go into 5th position. Yes, no, he's not. Yes, he is. He's on the outside. He's on the outside. Come on, Carlos. Come on, Carlos. We got an Alpine in there of Fernando Alonso. Carlos Sainz up into 5th now. Charles Leclerc is not going to be able to catch Hamilton with that pace. He's going to have to do a lot better than that. Hamilton now 1.6 ahead of him. But Carlos Sainz is ripping through the field. He's got to pass Fernando Alonso. We've only got 2 laps left. Valtteri Bottas is coming back at him. We've lost 5th position. We've lost 5th position there from Valtteri. So Valtteri's got some warmth back into those tyres again. It is the last lap of the Grand Prix. Can Charles Leclerc make anything of this? I mean, 2nd position from when we were sitting, about 10 minutes ago is brilliant. To get 2nd, I mean, I would have preferred 2nd and 5th, but I mean, for 2nd, Charles Leclerc, that is an absolute fantastic result, considering where we were earlier, and I think that is absolutely, how that's played about is just unreal. The first safety car, we're thinking, do we go to the mediums? No. Then the 2nd safety car comes out, all in Charles's favour. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff. So Charles again with another podium, this time pipping Max Verstappen, utilising the safety car in his pit stop. Still, 21 points behind Max Verstappen. I don't think we're going to close that up unless Max has a really, really horrible race. My main big bonus here is that, Bottas is a little while behind. Carlos Sainz won't be able to catch Sergio Perez, unfortunately, unless he has very, very good races, and Perez obviously doesn't. I don't know if we'll catch Red Bull in the Constructors either, but that was the Suzuka Grand Prix. Action-packed, safety car to the rescue to rescue our absolutely dismal start to that Grand Prix there. But we'll look to probably bounce ahead a couple of races just so this season doesn't drag on for you too much. We've got a trait here from rival with driver. The driver will not join the team with their role, Valtteri Bottas. Fantastic. Well, that's obviously good. We've also had an unlock. Car condition drops much slower. We don't really use that one anyway. But yeah, good bonus pot. We're sort of ready for next season. I know we've been developing a lot of parts throughout, so it doesn't help. Do we look to improve some of our staffing? Quite possibly. Let's have a look at some of the staff here. 18, no. Let's reject and reject. Let's try and get some more. Pit crew review. Let's do an interview. Teams race orders. What do you have to say? Yeah, there you go. Team orders fine. I'm glad to use it. Hamilton makes it 5 in a row. Yep. So not exactly great, but let's have a look here at what we can do. I would say Interlagos and Yas Marina are the next circuits that you'll see. Obviously, we've got to do the season finale to showcase it. But the next race that you'll see is Interlagos, and then we will go to the Yas Marina for the very final race.